Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We have the prayer and the pledge by Councilman Ron Davis.
I know it.
Our and Heavenly Father, God, thank you, Lord, for sparing us to see this day. Lord God, we have so much to be thankful for, with so much that is going on. But we ask, dear Lord, that you would be with us in the presence of this meeting to guide us, oh Lord, to make the decisions that is necessary within the governing body. Father God, we pray for the soldiers that are at war and the families, dear Lord, that has had to make the sacrifice, Lord God. Dear Lord, we ask that you would just comfort them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas.
Yeah, President?
Councilmember Brooke
My
Marcotte.
mic's off,
Here.
sorry.
Councilmember Warren White.
Here.
Councilmember Troy Como.
Here.
Councilmember David Merrill. Councilmember Ron Davis.
Here.
Councilmember Dan Darrell.
Here.
Item 2A.
Didn't even ask if we had comments. Acceptance of the minutes, regular meeting of March 3rd, 2026, which were published on March 11th, 2026.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte. Is there any discussion or comments on our meeting of March the 3rd? Am I good? Please vote your machines. Thank you. 3A.
Resolution number 2633, a resolution appointing William Kyle to the Municipal Government Employees Civil Service Board for a 5-year term, which shall terminate on March 30th, 2031.
I need a motion.
I'll move.
Second.
Councilman Troy Como and Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte, and Mr. Kyle's here. Thank you, sir. You want to come on up? He didn't really want to, but
You don't have to talk.
it's kind of the point.
Gotta be possible to get me not to.
That's what I was thinking.
You got 3 minutes to get up there.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll take 15 seconds. It is an honor to serve the city and those citizens that work real hard to keep where we live safe, warm, and comfortable, and our streets and our drainage and all that they take care of. Amen. So if you all wish to appoint me again, I take honor in that particular appointment.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Any questions, comments? Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you, sir.
See you.
3B.
Resolution number 2634, a resolution approving certificate of substantial completion for the Fontainebleau Drive Pooley cleaning project and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, Councilman Ron Davis. Any discussion on this item? This was one of the last coolies that we had to clean with the $1 million that we put aside to accomplish that. Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. And I think there's one more. We're researching, there might be one more. So we're trying to see if we left one out that we could clean, so.
Seems like it's working though.
It is, and there's still some funds available.
Yeah, okay. Let's clean it then.
Well, I'm working on it. 3C.
Resolution number 2635, a resolution awarding 6-month bids for supplies.
And is this one we're gonna defer? Okay. We-
Because there's no.
Right,
list of
right,
supplies.
right. We had an issue, so we're gonna kick it to the next meeting. So do we need a motion to defer?
Make a motion.
Second.
Councilman Dan Dahl, Councilman Ron Davis, so I have a motion to defer this item. Is there any discussion on that? Please vote your machines. Thank you. 4D.
4A,
Oh, 4A, I'm sorry.
either way. Introduction of ordinance number 2026-07, an ordinance amending section 14-33 of the new Iberia Code of Ordinances related to confinement of animals suspected of having rabies and animals biting or scratching humans, and setting for public hearing on April 7th, 2026.
I need a motion.
Moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte. This is just a couple of minor changes. It's 2 changes, I think? Just one? Okay. Any discussion on it? as we're going through with our new contract and looking at our ordinances and being more involved in the animal control world, as we see some things, and we probably have a few more, we're just kind of updating what we have existing.
That one change, what was it?
Blaine, you told me this morning.
That if an animal is picked up and is
tell me.
suspected of biting someone, if they don't have rabies, then they can quarantine at home.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I know we talked about it, but, okay, anybody else? Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. 4B.
Introduction of special ordinance number 2025-2026-08, an ordinance amending the budget for costs related to the Sugarcane Festival buildings, operations, and maintenance, and setting for public hearing on April 7th, 2026.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Dan Dahl, Councilman Brooke Marcotte. This is, we don't have any expenses as of yet, but we will have some. We won't be running air conditioning, but there will be some minor utilities and, as we proceed forward. We have our insurance cost. So, Babette and I got together and came up with a figure and said that will work for now. We know we have a long construction phase coming, but, for now, that gets us to where we have some money in that line item. Questions, comments? Yes, sir.
I think I asked the question once before, when it was, under the parish's administration, the building, the utilities were on at the time?
Oh, yeah, and they were using them, they were running the air conditioning, we have their history, so we went back and looked at that. Right, we won't nearly, none of our air conditioners are operable, they're all gonna be replaced, so that's not gonna be an issue for this, first year. But we did look at all of their numbers and everything, prior.
Right. Now, I know we had gotten capital outlay for the building
Yes, sir.
itself, acquiring, but reconstruction of the building. Okay. So this $48,000 is going to be a reoccurring cost on the annual budget.
I can't say that that is going to be the cost.
Well,
There
no.
will be an annual cost. Yes, sir. Certainly. And I'm gonna talk about it in my comments at the end, but 4:30 tomorrow, if you wanna know about it, come on. We're doing a big walkthrough. We'll have a summary of the entire project and all the steps and the timeline of how we're gonna get there. Just thought I'd make a little commercial while you gave me the shot, Thank you. Thank you for that, sir. Anybody else?
It is an agenda item.
If you want.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, I could say it,
And say it.
Just fun.
Not germane.
So any other comments on this? Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. 4C.
Introduction of ordinance number 2026-08, an ordinance calling a special election for the purpose of submitting to the qualified electors the question of amending the City of New Iberia Home Rule Charter regarding mayor compensation, providing for the date, purpose, and manner of holding said election, and providing for related matters. Lordy.
Thank
Note.
you. I was gonna read the note.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna read the note. I put this item on, would like to have a discussion. There's a lot of steps if we want to proceed with this. But note, the change provided here within shall become effective during the term of the next duly elected mayor. It has nothing to do with my salary. I don't want to put that out there right from the beginning. So this is something that I've been thinking about for a while. We did some little comparisons. They're at your place, but I'll read them so that the general public understands. Let me start with, where's my sheet?
Back of this one, if you want this one.
No, what's in the charter now,
Oh,
if you don't mind? I gave it back to you. Thank you. Just to tell you what's in the charter now. The annual salary of the mayor should be $80,000. The annual salary shall be increased annually in the same percentage of increase as the full-time municipal civil service employees for the City of New Iberia. Additionally, the mayor shall receive health and life insurance and all benefits on the same basis as the rest of the city employees, and a monthly car allowance or a city vehicle. So when I took the job, I knew that's what I got, and that's what I'll get till I'm finished the job. But looking at some comparisons, when I got here, and it's still true today because we do a 2% raise every year, but that works for everybody. not picking on anybody, they're all valuable employees and they're worth every dime. The police chief, the fire chief, the finance director, and the wastewater director make more than the mayor. So the mayor's in charge of them and responsible for everything, but they make more. I knew it when I got here. The next thing, we started looking at cities. And so if you look and they have populations, Broussard's a town of 15,000, the mayor makes 108, and that's the total. Youngsville, 19,000, the mayor makes 108 and some change. Monroe's 46,000, the mayor makes 128. Ruston's 22,000, the mayor makes 101. Abbeville's 10,900, the mayor makes 85. Mandeville's 12,973, and the mayor makes 111. Central is 31,000, and the mayor makes 88. My friend Central has no employees. That'll come up later. Gretna is a town of 17,000, and that mayor makes 130. And Baker is a mayor of 12,000, and that mayor makes 102. So I just kind of did a range of trying to find we as usual are weird. We're too big to be small, too small to be big. There's almost no cities our size. So I wanted to look regionally and especially concentrate on the ones that are our neighbors. So these things have changed just since I've become the mayor. So I took office in 2017. We have 80 new employees that have been added, and 70 are the police department, another 10 are various departments because, things have changed and we've grown. We have a new police department. This town cannot function without a police department. It was desperately needed, but a police department's a lot of work. My friends over there at the police department come with a lot of challenges. They meet every single person on every call they go on the worst day of their lives. So as you can imagine, the phone rings a lot from my council, rings a lot from myself. They're doing their job, and I want them to kick ass every day. But with that does come a lot of additional work on the part of the administration. But we got to have them. The budget. The overall budget responsibilities from 2017 till today, we have increased the budget by $31 million. Our city is growing. We could not be doing the things we're doing, from the roads to the drainage to the sewer to all of the things that we got going, all the improvements in the parks. Everything that happens runs through, the administration. So the workload has picked up greatly. 31 million counts for a lot of work. So you want qualified people. I don't know who's coming after me. I can tell you that I was blessed to go to work at a very young age. I'm really blessed, and I hope she's listening, that my wife could step up and run my companies, which she does. But I have companies. I started early. I made a lot of investments. I could take this job for less money. I just want to make sure whoever comes, we give them the equal shot to keep New Iberia growing, to keep us competitive, that we get the best person. Have no clue who it is, because none of us up here are going to decide that. The voters are going to decide that. Same thing with this. If we choose to move this forward, all we're doing is voting to put it on a ballot. It'll go on a ballot in the fall when there's a bunch of other elections, so that it doesn't cost a bunch of money, and we should have a really good turnout, so we should get a real feel for what our citizens want. If it's no, it's no. But I think at some point, we need to try to stay competitive with our surrounding communities and always try to pick, give the best opportunity for the best person to sit in this chair and run this place. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've been wanting to bring this. I said, I think it's time. I think it's a good time to do it because we have a lot going on. I didn't want to do it when nothing was happening. We struggled at the beginning. This is my 10th year. I wanted to be patient about this. And again, it will not have anything to do with me. I'm in the system where I'm at, and I'm totally happy. With that, I'll open up the floor for discussion.
Mayor, what's
Yes,
our
sir.
last census, what was our population?
Like right around 29,000?
That's what I heard, 20.
Yeah.
Well, Mayor, I believe it's worth looking into. I had tried doing this 2 times with previous mayors, and it never left the council to get to the people to vote. But one thing people have to understand, that when I looked at it, being here so many years, is that someone may leave a career to come be mayor for maybe 4 years if he don't get reelected or she don't get reelected. So you gave up a career to come do something where it didn't work out. And I think there's people that would like to run for mayor, and the salary is just not where they want to be or need to be. So I think upping the salary and the responsibilities of course, increased in the last few years, would let more people be affordable to run for mayor. I think the salary holds it back, personally, and talking to people, and we're not gonna compare with parishes and that because they get paid much more than the cities. But the city has everything, has control of the police department, sewer, got more responsibilities than any elected official in this town with different variables, I
Over
think.
250 employees. I
Yeah.
forgot that part.
So I think it's been always, and you looked, and we thank you, Mayor, for giving up some of your business to do this. Almost every mayor, or you can look at some of them, they financially was all right. So it didn't matter if their salary wasn't that great. But we want the opportunity for other people that can get paid a great, good salary, because this is 24/7. I mean, we get to go home after our workday and maybe get a call or two, but when you're a mayor, it's 24/7. I don't care where you at, what you're doing, who you with, and it's a big responsibility. And then something else that works a little harder in being a mayor, because our size of our city with municipal civil service, is a different operation than they do on the parish level or a regular business you own. So there's a lot of, I think, stress, a lot of sleepless nights to be mayor. I mean, I've been here 23 years and you couldn't pay me $300,000 to be mayor. It's just that much stress that people don't realize until you've seen all the different mayors. I've been through, I think, 4 mayors. And when it's time for them to go, there's not many that made 12 years. Freddie made 12 years, that one other mayor made 12 years, but prior in between, they didn't. And these people left and went back to their house trying to start their career again when they're up in age. So I'm fully in support of this. I mean, we could talk about the salary, where we should be with that.
We will have to. First,
Yeah.
I thought first, as
Yeah.
I do everything else, I get everybody's opinion, and then we have a thing with a blank in it that we can talk about. But I want everybody to understand. I got to know what y'all want to do.
change direction a little bit, when we got on the council, we all used to get health insurance. And within 2 years, I made a motion that we shouldn't get health insurance. You want to pay for it. You should have a job to get health insurance. And they were getting retirement. And that was something else we voted on and did away with the retirement for the council members, because most council members has other jobs. But we did wait till the term limit was up for these councils before we implemented it, like the mayor is doing with this. So I'm glad you brought it up, Mayor. I know people don't like to talk about salaries, how much they get paid, and what they want to get paid, but when you bring it to the people, that's gonna be the sell. The people's gonna decide if the council or mostly the mayor is worth that much money. But that's why you have elections for that to happen. I'm glad you mentioned about having it with another election, so it wouldn't cost so much for us to bring it to the ballot.
Correct.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I support-
Councilman Troy Como.
I support it wholeheartedly. I think we need to be, we're not limiting just the wealthy to run for mayor, and we also are not making it a burden, a financial burden, as much of a burden. Obviously, it depends on what your lifestyle is like, but I think it would be a fair move to entice more people to not have to sacrifice so much to become the mayor. I support it.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I also support, I think it's a good idea, especially seeing these small communities that make more as mayor. It just doesn't make sense. We're behind the times as usual, so we need to bring everything up to 2026. I also enjoy that the people get to decide. Yeah, we get to put it on the ballot, but they ultimately get to decide if it's a yes or a no. But I think it's a good idea to bring it to the
And the
people.
vote is always right. I've got
Have
my
to
ass
be.
kicked. I've lost, and I still said it, and I'll say it again. The vote is always right. We got the best system.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So just a general comment, but I think the mayor's salary is just a small portion of the overall city budget. But the position as mayor has a dramatic impact on the leadership and the success of this community. And so I think it's imperative for us to make sure that we get the correct leadership or the best leadership to build a stronger community. And if you look at the facts of what the cities that now on, what Freddie has done and what previous councils have done, we have a growing, a strong community that's going to garner strong leadership. So I think it's just a small portion of the budget to reward somebody to be active leadership in this city, to continue the path on what we're doing right now. Because I think growing this community is what everybody wants in the city, and I think it's upon our shoulders to make sure that happens.
Thank you. Jeff, you had your hand up.
Yeah, first I had a question and a comment. So are we calling for a special election
No.
at this time?
No.
No.
We need to make a motion to do this
Okay,
one.
so we're doing this.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, all right.
This is the first step, according to Jason Akers, and then there's more steps.
Okay, so,
You know, because it's not till the fall, but
Alright,
there's a
so-
timeline to do all
so we're
this.
introducing the ordinance to be adopted, subject to approval by the voters.
Yes.
Okay. And this is part of the Home Rule Charter that was written in about 2007. And I remember being on the Charter Commission at the time. The mayor was on the Charter Commission, he wasn't the mayor. I wasn't the city attorney. William Kyle was on the Charter Commission, he was not on the Civil Service Board. We were just volunteers. And Hilda called us and asked us to do that, and we said we would. And I remember talking about the mayor's salary, and at the time, we had no police department. And the comment was that that's enough money, $80,000 is enough money for somebody who doesn't have to deal with a police department. But we talked about the fact that if that would ever change, that would have to be addressed. And the police department is a necessary thing, but it's a huge responsibility for the mayor, because the mayor is legally the head of the department. And that goes on 24 hours a day. And the things they have to deal with are really unbelievable. But the time that it takes to deal with the police department significantly adds to the burden of that job and the responsibility of that job and the importance of that job. So I remember at the Charter Commission meetings, which we held before the public here in this room, something like, 18, 19 years ago, we decided $80,000 was enough because there wasn't a police department. But now with the police department, I certainly think, just, speaking from my little chair, I certainly think that we need to change that.
Thank you. Councilman Davis.
Yes, sir. Taking into consideration that you did your homework to look into what other cities of this size does, and the salaries were somewhat different. But I'm just going back a little bit with some assessment. Did you do also what council members that serve in these capacities in other cities as well?
I have done it in the past.
Okay.
And see, the council members are a separate way to handle that. The council members, the council per the charter can give themselves a raise. So anytime this would be put on a ballot, put on an agenda by the council can vote itself if it wants a raise or not. The mayor's position can't, it has to go to the voters. So it's kind of two separate things. But I have looked at that in the past. Your predecessor,
I'm aware.
Dee Dee did a study, and I still have a copy of it. So that's something, that's something that can be addressed. This has a timeline to go to the voters, and if we don't proceed in that timeline, we can't put it on the ballot. But as far as for council pay, that's something that, you could bring up at any time.
Yeah, and pay sometimes does make a difference on who you get to sit and serve. It attracts better qualified people in a lot of different times. And I remember when Councilman Reed, Council Lady Reed, mentioned that she brought a lot of things to play, because we are looking for better qualified people to be able to serve, which definitely helps to make your job easier as well, because they can do research and different things. But that also, along with our employees that we talked about at one time for the pay scale, attracting.
That is the biggest challenge. That is more challenging than this or the council pay because of civil service. So we give a 2% raise every year. We've gone out on a limb sum and made it a 4% raise last year and the year before. and I'm hoping to continue that. But if you up the pay, this is my challenge, and I have not found that I've had meetings after meeting, and I've gone to Baton Rouge, and I've gotten other council members involved to try to help. Our challenge is this: you have a gap between each position. If I want to bring, and I do, if I want to bring our laborers at the people at the, the lower jobs, not that they don't work and they're not important, it's just in that ranking. If I want to get them to $15 an hour, you're going to make as much as a guy who's flipping burgers at McDonald's. That's what I want to do for you, okay? By the time I finish that, it costs the city $850,000 a year. And actually now it might even be $1 million a year, because you have to respect all those gaps. And you can't just raise one like I tried to. I said, okay, I'm going to raise all our laborers up. I'm going to stop at the mid-level. My department heads, I love them to death. I got great department heads. I showed you what some of them make. I don't want to give them a raise at all, okay? I don't want to give the upper echelon, next highest two positions. They don't need a raise. Who needs a raise are our people at the bottom who are doing the work, all right? The only way to do that, I can't find any way out of it, and it's all state law, you have to bring everybody up. So I don't have $1 million a year, because if I did, I'd do it, to put to that. So the raises are the biggest, that for our employees, because of the civil service system, I tried to get out of it. You can't get out of it. 2 communities I know of have gotten out of it. I'm not that radical. They got rid of all their employees and had no employees, and then they turned around and subcontracted out every position. I'm not willing to do that. But that is the challenge that I don't have an answer for. And neither does anybody I've talked to at the state or anywhere else.
Right. Well, I'm just making that statement
Yeah,
because I
I
do
understand.
know that it's hard to get qualified people to do work and also to keep them. We may train them and then we lose them to go elsewhere, making more money.
Yeah.
Like you said, Burger King making some more money than some of the.
We lost some people to First Solar at $27 an hour, which we certainly couldn't compete with.
And this is what we're gonna have before us. I mean,
Yeah.
no disrespect to what we're trying to do in regards to that. But now, the mayor's pay, if I understood you right in the beginning, when the employees get the 2%, it goes over to.
The mayor gets it, whatever the employees get, the mayor gets as well.
Okay, so that, let's say we're speaking of the 80,000, so therefore you have the step increase because it's the cost of living? Okay, all right. So, I'm just asking, in a sense, that we look at the full circle, if we could be. And if it is so, I know the council, you said, can do it themselves. Okay, but then can it go at the same time that you put that position, even though you're not talking about your position, you're talking about the position for the upcoming mayor? Can we put it at the same time for the council?
You can't send it to the voters. It doesn't go to the voters. You can do it yourself on the council. In other words, your pay increase is only a council decision. That decision is made in this room by you and the rest of the council. This one has to go to the voters.
Gotcha. So forth. Good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Anybody else?
So the only thing I have
Yes,
to
sir.
say is this here, I'm glad it goes towards the voters, that we don't have to make that decision of your
I
pay
agree.
increase, that take us off our back. So, and then also with Councilman
Not
Ron,
my increase.
not your increase, the next mayor.
Okay, because you said your increase.
Yeah, I mean, the mayor,
Commissioner
excuse, I
position.
mean the next mayor. Yeah, next
Thank
mayor,
you for
not
that.
you. We're not gonna give you no increase right now, we're gonna
Good,
take
thank
some
you,
from
sir.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I made that little mistake.
No, you didn't. I just wanted to. It's not
Yeah,
you,
but I
just
meant
I want
the
our
next,
people.
the upcoming mayor.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, and so Councilman Ron said that for us to for the council to get increased, they got to go before the council.
Yes.
So they have to be put on the agenda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anybody could put it on the agenda?
I've never told y'all you couldn't put. Well, maybe one time. One time
Uh-huh.
in 10 years, I asked somebody not to put something because it was
Okay.
something. But yeah, you can. I control the agenda, but I've never not. So yeah, if you wanted to put that on the agenda, you can put it on the agenda.
Okay, but that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
No disrespect to anything, anybody. I know that it's a very intense job. to have to operate the city. I've never served in that capacity, but I can see what goes on because just
Yeah.
being a council person himself, I heard the previous council say you have to be willing to serve. Okay, and it is, can be sometimes demanding, trying to make each and everything. And so I'm sure that you wear it a little thin, but having good people behind you definitely makes a world of difference.
Oh, yeah.
So anyhow, hopefully we put it before the people and let them speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, look, and I'll tell you, I mean, at 52, when I decided to run for mayor, my CPA said, you're at the highest earning potential of your life. Have you lost your mind? Okay? This makes no sense. I see what you're going to make, and I do your taxes. I said, dude, I want to do this. So I've enjoyed every day of it. I don't want you to think I'm losing my mind over it, okay? This has been this has been the most fun job I've ever had. If you want, it has been the most challenging. I mean, I've run a company, I've designed buildings, and then turned around and built them. I was the only, no one else to blame. It was all on me. I put my own money up for projects, and I thought I knew what stress was, and I thought I knew what accepting a challenge and then competing that challenge. I thought I knew how that felt. That drove me every day. When I got here, maybe the money's not where it should be, but let me tell you, I've had more fun and more challenges and got to do more things, and it has been more personally satisfying than any job I've ever had. So, I'm not crying about it, but I just want to make sure that we get, just like you're saying, you have to pay to get qualified people. You got to pay to get good people. I just want to make sure that this city, with the work, and I put my heart and soul into this place, I want to see it continue. Just like all of you would do too. You're up here. I see what you do. You helping me push this monster along. But that's kind of the point, is that you get what you pay for, and if we're going to attract better people or the same or more quality, or however you want to look at it, maybe you get somebody smarter than me, you got to pay for that.
Mayor, didn't you have hair when you started?
No, dude, that was gone since I was 32 or 33. Yeah, I cut it all off. Anyway, any other discussion on this item? Okay, now the work begins.
No comment.
Now the work begins, because the next thing we would need to do if we want to proceed with this is we got to come up with a value.
One more question, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
The amount, how do we derive at the amount of the increase?
We're about to talk about it.
We're about to talk about it.
All right.
If
All
you-
right, ahead of time. Let's go.
You know how I am. If you want a steak,
Let's
you
go.
got to get bloody and kill the calf. So we're going to kill the calf together. That is something that we need to decide, and that's going to be the bulk of our conversation, I think. So you see what the other communities make? We just go from there and talk about it like we do everything.
I mean,
I think
I kind of put some numbers together
Okay.
and looking at the population, looking at the salaries, I mean, I would say about 120,000. And keep the car allowance as it is. But that's just trying to put these numbers, I mean, you're talking about this 10,000 a month, I mean.
Thank you for being the first one courageous enough to put a number out there.
Well, I'm not running for
I
it,
mean,
so it doesn't
you know,
matter.
I have an opinion myself, but
No, that, what you think? That, I got a floor?
yes, sir.
Okay. I did the same thing then. Dan did. I kind of averaged the population and what I was with, and it fell right there where Dan was at, somewhere in that neighborhood, right close to 120, based on the population. So, I mean, he's right in the middle of everything that we saw. If you use these numbers as a comparison,
Okay.
per population, per capita.
Okay. Anybody else want to weigh in?
I can support that.
Okay.
Dan didn't make a motion, huh? You
No,
didn't make
no,
a-
we just,
No,
all
we
we
just-
doing is talking.
Okay, all right.
We're
I
doing is
didn't know what
talking.
he said after.
We just talking. Okay, who's next?
I'm
Yes,
sure.
sir.
I'm sure with some of these numbers, we were a little bit selective to show the difference in the comparison. But in cities our size, who do we have to compare to?
Not many.
Not many.
There's not many cities at, 28, 29,000 at all. You can,
'Cause, I mean,
Look. I mean, to me, Broussard and Youngsville tell the tale that they're at 108 each. That's what,
Yeah.
motivated me to say, I gotta do something, because one's 15,000, one's 19,000, and when I looked at that, I said, that tells the tale right there.
And they have the population.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they have the population.
Broussard and Youngsville, I know they're dealing with a lot of growth in a lot of different ways, business.
So are we.
and-
We added
Well,
31
we
million
are,
to our
we
budget,
are.
you know.
No disrespect. And they were, I know the city's been there for a while, but weren't they under Lafayette at one time? No,
No, never.
no.
Nope,
Okay.
never consolidated. Always had their own mayor, always had, their own government.
Okay. Just question, I just have
Yeah.
to look at the numbers, that's all.
Yeah. I'll wait. You got a number?
Well, no, I don't have it.
Okay, well, I'm just, I'm trying to get there. Anybody else got a number? Anybody else got something they want to talk about?
Calculators are buzzing. Oh,
Yeah, that's good. No, we got time.
don't erase.
It's-
No.
Don't erase.
It seems like Central has the number closest to us.
They do. And they have no employees, and Wade is a special man, and he's
No
got
police department.
and he's got the best job. He has no police department, he has no employees. He has a secretary, and that is it. And the whole town is run by a corporation. He subbed out the way that government's set up. They broke off of Baton Rouge, took all of the money out of Baton Rouge, okay? Because they just carved themselves out. And they set that government up where he doesn't have any employees. Everything is a contractor. So no civil service, no employees, and he don't have any police department. He smiles every time I see the man.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a council.
He has a council.
Yeah.
Big old guy. And look, a lot of fun and a really nice man, but he has the best mayor. He's got a one of a kind in the whole state mayor job.
Yep. Yep, my little number a little lower.
What's that?
Can't go low.
Mine about 115.
That's fine.
The 15.
That's
Trying
fine.
to put it,
numbers
I
out
was
there.
trying to put
fine.
it in between. I was trying to be my, ain't too far from the window.
Right, no, that's a good.
These numbers,
Could support
Mayor,
that as well.
Yeah.
as we look at, I'm sorry,
Okay, oh God, I'm done.
these numbers, as we look at them, as we spoke in regards to the mayor's salary here, it has the car compensation, it has pension, it has
Right.
insurance, it has all these. Does these numbers, salary with these mayors also reflect that?
Yeah, look, I have it where you can see it.
I've seen a couple of them, yes.
Because mine's the same way. If you look up at the top, item number 1, mine's 80 plus the 12, that's 92.
Well, that's car allowance, car allowance.
Yeah,
and
which,
then-
and I put the car allowance on the,
But insurance and pension and everything else.
I didn't put that because everybody gets it. In other words, no matter what the insurance is, every employee gets it, and the mayor does too. These were different, so I tried to put the things that were different. Like myself, I just have it on myself. I don't have it on my wife, I don't have any of my family, I just have myself,
Mayor,
which is my choice.
and I guess we don't want to compare, but the way the parish operates, they all tied into a group of elected officials.
Yeah, there's about 4 of them, and it's a big
Their
average.
salaries are, it's not double, it's a lot.
You can say that number.
Well, I mean, it
You can
is.
say it.
And they don't have a police department.
Uh-uh.
They don't have the infrastructure like we have. I mean, I never understood it. I tried at one time to make the mayor's salary tied in with the sheriff, with the, clerk, with the assessor, parish president, all that. They all tied in together. One gets a raise, they all get a raise. And they get all kind of stuff. But some reason it never would fly.
I don't think we could afford that, sir.
I know, I'm just saying though.
Oh, I'm being
I don't think they can afford it, but they get it.
You want me to be honest? I'm be honest.
No,
But,
no,
um,
that's a correct thing.
That's true, that's how
It's
it
different, but,
operates.
you know.
And the responsibility is way less than the city. I mean, I think it's one of the hardest jobs by far, elected official is to be mayor of the city. And I'm not just saying New Iberia, but New Iberia is one where we're unique. We're kind of close to Houma, but we have all these things going on that most cities don't, because the
And Houma-
population is so much smaller.
And Homa's consolidated. I was
Yeah.
going to them first, but they're different. They
But,
consolidated.
and the age of our city makes it tough because of infrastructure and the problems we have that normally some cities that's newer doesn't have.
You know, I'm trying to attract a new mayor at some point when I leave here. Boy, we making the job sound so bad. Nobody's gonna want it.
I'm just telling you.
I know, but it's actually a lot of fun.
But the city is the biggest responsibility within the municipal, within the parish.
Oh, yeah.
And the parish president has no burden on the city whatsoever. So, you know, what we're paying the mayor is probably very fair, what we projecting to pay versus what they're making.
Going to the people is the way to do it.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. We just gotta come up with a number to go to the people.
And whether you put it at 115 or 120, it really don't matter.
Yeah.
It's going to the people.
Brooke, do you have a number?
Both of them sound good. They put you more in
That's a good
line
answer.
with everybody else around us, is what I mean. So now I guess it's just, if no one else has a different number, we need to decide which one to put on the ballot, 120 or 115,
Or just go in the middle.
in between the two.
I don't think that will matter to the voters, 115 or 120, personally.
You're probably right, actually. They'd be more concerned about, do we think that our mayor deserves a raise,
That's
even though
right.
we don't know who the mayor will be?
That's right.
Mayor.
Yeah.
Correct.
Future mayor, not the mayor now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Warren.
Mayor, I make one comment. It's also not just next year or the next 4 years at the time that this term is over, the next mayor. It's the next 20 years, the next 30 years, or until they continue to, or
Yeah, 'cause it's not gonna
repropose
be
it.
up.
It's not gonna be every 4 years. This is not gonna change. So this is potentially 20, 30, 40 years moving forward.
Well, it's been
2007 to when?
19, 18 years since we.
2007, the charter was accepted. So
No, it was 80,000 before that?
No, it was
That's when it
60.
came-
No,
it was
60, I believe.
So that's a,
actually, just a little story. The charter commission was torn between 80 and 100 18 years ago, okay? I voted for 80, but,
I voted to get rid of retirement.
yeah, but I mean, that was 18 years ago, you know?
I'll make, if y'all vote, I'll make a motion that we do 120,000, because I don't think that's gonna be the deciding of the voters. If it's 120, 115, while we're doing it and making this leap, was 5,000. And that's just my opinion, you know what I mean? But it's to sell it to the public, like you said, who's gonna be the next mayor? We don't know. And
Nope,
is
the
it gonna be
voters
as good as
decide that.
Freddie? Probably not, but I'm just
Well,
saying. But
Might be
honestly, I
better.
don't think the figure is gonna be the issue with the voters. I really do. So I just think we
Well, that
should,
ain't hard to do.
that was a joke.
but, you know, I just came out because it was 10,000 a month versus some of these. I thought that was a good number, but I just make a motion and you wanna vote on it, fine.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Got a motion on the floor, Councilman Dan Dahl, to set it 120. We have some other work to do.
Yeah, are we amending?
Yeah, let me just, can I just get a consensus on a number and then we amend? Or we gotta do, what order do we have to do it in, sir?
Well,
All at once?
I think you ought to amend it. I think you ought to amend it so it's not calling a special election.
Okay,
It's amending the charter subject to approval.
okay.
And then you can have a motion to have, I think, probably the same language that we have now, but with a different number. So if somebody could kind of, we can read that out and put a different number on it. But I think you kind of have to switch gears from the special election
Okay.
call, which is in the chart, which is in the agenda, to what you got here.
That's fine.
So,
That's why we have you. Thank you.
yeah.
So I would need a motion to amend what we're talking about, to go to this other,
I'll make that motion with all that stuff he said.
Yeah, I know, somebody got to read it.
So we're gonna amend the charter
I knew
subject
that
to
was coming.
approval instead of calling the
With all that
election.
stuff he's.
Yeah, okay.
Just professional opinion.
Laney's got it.
Second.
Okay,
Laney's got it.
you want to read it?
I second it.
gonna be a motion to introduce an ordinance to amend section 3.06, subject to voter approval. So I think that's the first step.
And that's what we gotta vote on.
Yeah.
That's,
You made the
I made a
motion?
motion.
Who had made the second?
you good
Ron
with that?
did on that.
Ron.
I
Ron
did.
did?
Ron
Okay,
made the
that's fine.
second.
So I have a motion by Councilman Dan Dahl and a second by Councilman Ron Davis. We have any discussion on this item? You want to read it one time, just to make sure? Yeah.
An ordinance proposing to amend section 3.06 of the city charter of the city of New Iberia, subject to voter approval. And setting for public hearing on April 7th, 2026.
Okay, great. Any discussion on that? And I'd ask you to please vote your machines. Thank you very much. That passes. Now we go to the next step, which will be to amend this.
That insert the number Dan said.
Yeah.
So one, read this?
Yes, please. And then I'll ask for a motion.
The annual salary of the mayor shall be $120,000. This annual salary shall be increased annually in the same percentage of increase of all full-time municipal civil service employees of the city of New Iberia. Additionally, the mayor shall receive health and life insurance and all benefits on the same basis as all city employees and a monthly car allowance or a city vehicle.
I'll make that motion.
Councilman Dan Dahl, do I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Warren White. Is there any discussion on this item?
Do we have to, do we have to note how much the car allowance is gonna be? You don't have a number in there?
Mayor, doesn't the car allowance, that's gonna be changed by the council, no? That's go through the voters too?
I think it's the council in the budget, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I
Could
thought,
we
too.
change
That's
that
why
a
it's
couple
not in the
times?
charter. I think
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
why it's not in the charter.
Okay.
I think the car allowance is part of our budget.
It
'Cause
is.
sometime we took it away when it was some bad years. We took the car allowance away or decreased it.
Right. So we're saying we're gonna grant it, we're just not saying how much,
Right.
because it'll,
Right, which
it'll
is
come
how
through
we
the budget
did it.
process.
That'll be a budget question.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I can support that.
Any other questions or comments? Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. That was a good discussion. I appreciate the help, because nobody up here can
Guess we
do it.
all agree the future's bright.
Yeah, yeah, and nobody up here can do anything by themselves, so thank you. All right. Yes, ma'am. Madam Clerk, 5A.
Resolution number 2636, a resolution granting preliminary/final approval on the exchange of properties between Louis P. Hebert Tract, Webster Hebert Tract, Oliver J. Tract, and Mrs. Lawrence Robichaux Hebert Tract into tracts 1, 2, and 4, and showing the Andre the re-subdivision of the Mrs. Lawrence Robichaux Hebert Tract containing 22 acres, tracts 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, located in Section 21, Township 12 South, Range 6 East, Highway into 14 Frontage Road.
I need a motion.
I'll move.
Second.
Councilman Troy Como, and I don't know who had the second.
Ricky, he was closer to you.
Okay, Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas. With the close seats by Councilman Dan Dahl. All right, comments, questions, discussions? We have our developer here.
What can we say except thank you, thank you, thank you?
Right.
And, I wish, we would've found this guy earlier.
You and me both, sir. I did a lot, I spent a lot of time, before Cliff came along.
I met him at the, Kiwanis luncheon.
Yep.
He had everybody was
Yeah,
just,
me too.
dude, they were all amazed. They were like, man, they thought it was Jesus Christ rock. The road. He kind of looked like a little bit. But I do appreciate him, and I know we had some steps and some hiccups along the way, and the patience he had and the confidence he had, not only in the mayor of the city of New Iberia to invest and do what he does to make us a better place. And we want to thank you for doing that.
Yes, sir.
I would like to echo that thought, having your presence here and your interest, we can't thank you enough. We encourage more people to believe in New Iberia, as we do, and we're glad to have you along. I got a lot of memories there. I shot a lot of rabbit and a lot of dove in those fields growing up. So I'm glad to see that become more commercial impact on our community.
Yeah, just want to thank you for investing in our city.
Yes, sir.
Cliff, I don't, you probably haven't met me, but I think I've mentioned somewhere before, but I just want to make sure that your experience is what you expected, because I want you to bring the message down the road saying Iberia is open for business. Come talk to these gentlemen, they're going to get it right and get it done. And that's the model we want to send to other people as well as you.
Yeah, come on up, Cliff.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
Yeah, Cliff Guidry, business address is 104 South Jefferson in Broussard. And you know, earlier, Mr. Gonsalon, you talked about leadership. And when you talk about leadership, the man right here is the one that really got this project going. As Mr. Dan said, we met at the Kiwanis Club, saw some of you guys. Mayor walks up to me and says, look, I got a deal. We've been working on this Academy Sports deal. You think you can make it happen? Not knowing I can make it happen, I said, sure. Like any other developer, right?
That he did.
So anyway, we're very familiar with projects this size and larger. And it's not just about me. As you see, it's about the team. It's not about the mayor only. It's about the council. It's about the community. It's always about the community. But it's about, you know, we got DDG engineering here. It's myself. It's a group of attorneys. It's architects. There's so many people, so many moving parts, components, as you said, Mr. Dan. You know, when we're in a teams meeting every week, we have 19 people on that meeting. When we said we're going to announce to start on this project, we're going to close on our first track this week. We're going to close on the next 4 next week. And DDG promises to have the set of plans where we can start excavating and moving dirt by April 1. It's in a couple of weeks, guys. When I told them I wanted to break ground and have this project finished by July of 2027, they said, you mean 2028? I said, no, 2027. They couldn't believe it. But the right team is at the helm. You know, you have White Spunner, who's the contractor. They're the 6th largest contractor in the United States out of Mobile, Alabama. You just have a team of professionals, executives, that's in it for the right reason, right? We enjoy what we do. So I can't commend the mayor enough. You know, I've been doing it for 26 years, and I've never seen somebody organize a team like all the utility guys that came in this room here, and we talked about things. You always have issues with projects, right? It's how you address those issues. Yeah. And he made everybody feel that, hey, we can all do this as a team. And everybody was optimistic, proactive leaving here. I think we're doing high fives and whatnots, because I have never seen a mayor gather people like that in one room to make it happen. So do I tell people about New Iberia? Absolutely. Amazing.
Good deal.
And make sure that you say the city of New Iberia.
City of New Iberia. City.
There is a difference.
Wait, did I just say the Barry?
You can say the Barry. Don't say the P word.
No, but we do, and we have other things coming, you know, to the community. The parish president, Larry Richard, was instrumental. He stepped up to the plate and did a big part and continues to do a part. It's nice to see, you know, people come together for the good of the community, and that's what the two people did. The leaders in the community, that's exactly what they did. You know, as people know, we purchased Tesh Ridge. We're well on our way. We're going to have shortly about 5 homes under construction. There's 2 now. We're in the process of redesigning Emile Verrett, 188-unit apartment project there. We have a dental office that's going to be built there that's going to be sold pretty soon. There's a lot of other activity coming. Can't mention everything, but I tell you what, it's exciting. And when you talk about growth and you compare it to Broussard or Youngsville, which I've done a lot of development in and lived in, you know, it's different. There's a lot of things that I'm aware of that's coming here. People we're talking to. I know the other developers that are, I think you'll have about 532 lots on the market right now. That's coming to the market. The stuff that we're doing, it's going to be a sizable investment for this community, and you will recognize it. In the next 5 years, New Iberia is gonna look different in a good way.
Yep.
The city of New Iberia is gonna look different in a good way. Right, Mr. Dan?
That's right. Cliff, I can't thank you enough. I mean,
Yes, sir.
working with you, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
know, I went through a couple of developers before I got to you. We're put in the places we're supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
So I can't thank you enough. I mean, you and your team, y'all have your act together.
Thank
Very much. I mean, a well-polished machine. So I can't
I wish
wait
other
to see.
communities would feel the same about us.
Well,
Anyway.
I come from construction. That's my background. I understand
Yeah.
what it takes to put a team together and how ambitious it is to say I'm breaking ground in April. I'm finishing, next year. I appreciate it, and I don't think this is our last deal together because
It's only the beginning.
I see a lot of things coming, and you and I talk about other projects. So I'm in all the way, and I can't thank you enough. I believe in your company and yourself, and I think this is just the beginning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
I tell you, I'll
Appreciate
make a comment though. This project was at the dear end, because he called me, he said, Ricky, he says, if this don't work with Cliff, I don't know what else to do.
I told you 2 times before he died, and
No,
this was my.
he said no. He said, "Look,
I
if this
was out
don't
of-
work, Ricky, I
don't
just
know what to do next,
I don't
yeah.
know what to do." So we
Can't find the hat to pull the rabbit out.
So
We found it.
yeah, we
Yep,
found it.
We found it.
Mr. Goodrich, thank you so much for wanting to come to New Iberia to do business. And it seemed like you had your welcome already, but I want to welcome you also.
Thank you.
Being that, the timeline that you gave was a short timeline for a large project.
Yes, sir.
So seemingly like you're going to have it all together. But
Yes, sir.
we appreciate that,
Yes, sir.
and good luck with what you do.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Please vote your machines.
Easy vote.
Thank you very much. And we will have, just to tell you, okay, we have a meeting next week that's being set up with Jason Akers. We're going to have some other steps. There are some other things to get us to home plate. So those will be coming to the council, and we'll just address them as they come. A pilot, pay in lieu of taxes. There are some incentives. We will be giving some incentives from our TIF district. But all of that will come back, and we'll just, as the steps, as we need to make those steps. But thank you again. All right, now we can hear about our money. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Bobette Lestraps to present monthly budget to actual report for November 1st, 2025 through February 28th, 2026.
I already told Cliff we didn't have any more money, so keep it
We're broke,
light.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
This is for the 4 months ending February 28th. I don't know if anyone has any questions on anything.
Bobby, I mean, you do a wonderful job, but you see any red flags that we need to be aware of? I looked through it, I don't see many.
No, I
I'm very
really
It looks very
don't.
positive to me.
Even the sales tax look good.
Yep.
Mayor,
We're not getting too excited. It's early.
No,
Right.
but
Is it a trend?
Mayor, maybe it's not Babette's question, but maybe yours. I see on the business licenses, we like 49%. When someone doesn't renew their license, do we reach out to them again?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And we've gotten much better at that. If you look at our end of year last year, we were at 90-something%.
Oh, for business licenses, no, like 103.
Yeah, but I mean, the years prior to that, in some years, we had problems collecting. We kind of changed our system, and yeah, they bird dog that, and they're gonna pay.
So all our business licenses are calendar year, or not all?
No.
No.
Most of them are calendar year. Liquor licenses are not. They're different. And
time to pull it.
insurances. Insurances are on a fiscal year. The insurances aren't due until June 1st.
So what happens if someone is in business, doesn't get a license? We send them a memo, needing a license. They don't get a license. What is our step? Do we go and shut them down?
We have the fire inspector, when they go and do their annual fire inspections, one of the things they're looking for is their business license, making sure that they have a current business license. I don't know if we have the authority to shut them down, but the fire department does. I
So,
believe.
do we send
Thank
a,
goodness we haven't had to do that. I mean, we've had a few people that got paid a couple of visits.
Yeah.
But, you know.
so we do go visit them if they do not
Yes.
renew?
We send letters, we do what we gotta do, and then we ramp it up and we
Okay.
will go over there. But thank God, you know, people have paid.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just an oversight, to
Yeah,
tell you the truth.
I was just
you know.
wondering how we stay on top of that.
Yeah, we have improved that, and it's working.
Yeah.
We do spot checks. I know Cedra in the tax department, they'll get the list of all the businesses from the school board that have paid sales taxes and do spot checks to reconcile
Yeah.
to their occupational license.
Yeah, because, you know, when things are good, you're supposed to pay more for your occupation license because you go by your sales.
Correct.
Correct.
It goes by your sales.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? That's it? Well, thank you very much.
One more, Babette. So, in the permits, under permits, I would have thought the permits would be an activity that we see and our permits number would be up more. Is that just trending downward right now compared to what we see coming forward?
In the revenue,
Yeah. It's 62,750.
we do have, that does include the demo grant that we have with Community Development Block Grant.
Okay. All right. So it makes sense. That makes a lot. Okay. All right. You answer my
Okay.
question.
Right, good?
Yes.
I
Yes, sir.
see,
Councilman Davis.
The insurance was up at 57%, and we're at 1/3 of the year right now.
Insurance is paid annually, so we've paid some of it already for the whole year. It's not paid monthly for the, in the insurance
I thought maybe
department.
it was due to an increase or something. I'm just not sure.
Yeah, that's paid annually.
Everybody good? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Councilman's remarks. I'm gonna start with Councilman Warren White. Have any remarks? Okay, thank you, sir.
I'll make it brief, but it just shows to reflect what the council discussed tonight. And we all showed that we support our hometown, our home team, and we all upon, the growth of the city. And I think that's the way leadership should perform.
Thank you. Councilman Davis.
Yes, the Neighborhood Watch meeting that's normally held at the Slyman on the 19th of this month, which will be Thursday, is canceled. It has some no-shows that was not going to be able to make it, so we will be canceling that meeting.
Thank you.
I want to wish happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody today. And I want to applaud the effort that Laney did to match our little things. Instead of red, they green. That's so thoughtful, Laney. But anyway,
Go, Laney.
and look, I was out of town, but I heard nothing but good things with St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah, it
And
was
with the-
good. It
The
was
thing,
good.
everything went great. I heard the weather's good, everything was good. But that's what makes this community unique. We were out of town and went to a St. Patrick's Day parade in another state. And it was a fun parade, but it's not the same people.
Yeah.
That's
it.
These people want to kill you for bees. They do have it. But over here, and that's what makes it so unique. I was looking at the schedule of the activities that the city has. It's amazing.
It is.
How much we do downtown, how much we do in this city. It can keep you busy every weekend if you stay on tap. So I want to thank everybody for putting the effort and put the funds and put the leadership to make that happen.
Festival of Live Oaks, there's one that's coming next weekend. The new Iris Festival is coming the weekend after that, and it has like 50 vendors. That should be interesting and something new. And you're right, we're blessed to have something almost every weekend. And if you make Mr. Ray Escaray the Grand Marshal of the St. Patrick's Day Parade, you get about 80 people. That's just his family. So it was, it was probably the biggest crowd we've ever had, but it's wonderful to see that. And, we're always trying to develop something for kids. We're always looking. You see families, you saw young kids, you saw, those kind of events. Same thing with Festival of Live Oaks, same thing with the Irish Festivals in the middle of the park. We are doing what we said we were going to do. We are slowly but surely, changing this place and, making it better for our families, better for our citizens. I'm going to hit it one more time. Sugarcane Festival Building, Just to give you what you'll see tomorrow, you'll see a timeline that basically says when we got the building, what our first steps are. We will go through all of the steps until the state says go, that we can spend the capital outlay dollars. And then we'll go through a whole budget that we have produced that gives you everything we're going to try to accomplish with this first phase and when that will be accomplished. Because the main thing that I feel I need to do is manage people's expectations. When the original street, not a new tax of just redoing a millage, when that came of swapping a millage and then it failed and then we had to do it again, by the time it passed, 2 or 3 months went by and people said, well, you've been talking about it for 2 years, where's the roads? It doesn't work that way. We still had to do the engineering, and actually it was about 8 months before we could actually swap the money and the time clock could start. Same thing's going to happen with the Sugarcane Festival building. There are steps that the state is going to require, and they're not going to move quickly. So the whole goal of this is for you to see the condition of what we have, the opportunity we have, and the path we're going to take to, make that opportunity a reality. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. It's at 4:30, and the public's welcome. We got the press coming. We got a lot of people have, said they're coming. It should be an interesting afternoon to explain our latest challenge. Anyway, with that, next meeting is April the 7th, and I'll look for a motion to adjourn. Thank you.